Okay, VibeCoding, a new app feature in GolfBPM. If you are not familiar with VibeCoding, it's basically we're going to have the LLM, ChatGPT, Google Gemini. In my case, I use Claud. This is Claud Opus. Will do the coding for me. What you see here on the screen is the GolfBPM dashboard that we currently have. And this has all the music stations. This is for a logged in user who signed up. We're going to add a new feature called the zone. It's a huge feature. It probably has 20 pages that we're going to end up adding. And this allows you, this is a focus on the mental game, on scoring, on, it's going to actually do a breath check. So it'll actually record you breathing into the screen. And then it'll give you an assessment of how your breathing is, if you're stressed out, if your BPM is high or anything like that. So that's going to be the new feature. It's very much centered around golfers who really want to improve their game, who are probably taking lessons. So that's the new features. And with that, to get started, I've been working on this for quite a while, but you will see here, there's a folder called the zone. And in this, there's just a bunch of documents. There's assessment questions. That's just a text file. Score tracking. We also have I'll actually show you a picture of this. So this is like what a scorecard looks like that we're actually going to track. It gets the score, the fairways they hit, or if they didn't hit them, greens and regulation, how far out, so that 180 number is like how far out they were when they hit it and where they missed it. And then the number of putts. So if there were like 2 putts, the first putt was 12 feet, the second putt was 3 feet. Okay, so that's the score tracking. And then we have, here's a wireframe document I actually made. This is a little old, but this is kind of what we were trying to capture with it as well. So we have all these documents, and then I essentially created this, which is just an outline. And this is what I'm going to put into the LLM so it can code for me, essentially. So I'm like, we will be creating an entire new section. Features include breath tracking, video section, score tracking, goal setting, and then a home page. So, and then it goes into detail what all this is, right? And then my stack is the following. I take a program called Cursor, and Cursor has, inside of it, has this section where I can actually I'm going to take what I just showed you, and I'm going to type it in here or copy it in. And this is Opus 4.5, which is the Anthropic model. The Anthropic model is the best coding model out there, in my opinion. I have also used Sonnet 4.5, which is also an Anthropic product. But you can see, you can use anything you want here. You can use GPT if you want. You can use Gemini. You can use Gronk code. Gronk is not bad either. So I typed this whole prompt in, or I typed the prompt, I put it in the thing, and then it basically came back to me. And it was like, because I said, hey, I just want you to create a first pass at this to code it. And then it came back, it says, here's the summary. I've reviewed the documents, the assessment, the flow code notes, the different things. And here's the pages it's going to create. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 pages it's going to create. Okay, home page, the heat check, the goal setting, the assessment. So it's just telling me, and then I just review this. I just go through it. I'm like, got it, mockup looks good, go ahead and program it. So this thing starts programming. And I'm not going to show you it programming, but it just starts wheeling through it and programming. So it created 3 files for me. It created this index file. This file is I think it's about 1,000 lines long, 1,500 lines of code it created. Then it created a JavaScript file, which will do all the functions. It's just pretty basic right now. It's not storing any data. But this is just the MVP, so we can see it, so we can click through it. So this is going to give us a clickable prototype. And then it created a style sheet, and this is like 2,000 lines of code as well. So all of this, if I were to code this normally, it would probably take a good 8 hours to do something like this. This took it I think it was about 12 minutes total it took to program it. So here's the final of what it created. Again, this styling is not great. So you can see our styling. I actually told it to match that styling, but it didn't. So I'm going to massage it further to get it to do it. But anyways, here's what it came up with. This is the initial landing screen, kind of the onboarding screen. And so What you do is you just click through it. It says, oh, there's the heat check feature, track every round for scoring. And then learn and grow, there's going to be all these breath work videos and routines, pre-shot, post-shot routines that users can create, visualizations. So just a lot of stuff around mindset and being better on the golf course, not around your swing, but around your thought process. And so then it says, hey, are you ready to start a heat check? Let's start a heat check. So these things there'll probably be 3 of them that everyone will do. So you take one before you golf, one during your golf round, and then one at the end. And you'll see, you can check which one, or if you're just practicing. So you just select that. And again, this is in my browser, so it'll look different in the mobile app, but you can see like the buttons are too long and they're too wide. So we'll get all that taken care of. Again, this is the first pass. It took 12 minutes. So now the next steps will be, I'll just go through. So I showed you this, right? This is the app as it functions now, and you can see what it looks like versus this layout, right? So what I'm going to go do is tell the LLM now, cursor, Sonic, Claud, what am I using? Opus. I'm going to say, hey, look at this one and the code with this one. So I'll give it a style sheet as well as the index file for the nerds out there. And I'll say, compare it to this index sheet and make it look like that one. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, so now we're going to take this shot at improving the styling. So I'll just read this prompt to you. Okay, good so far, but the styling is not what I expected. We already have existing styling that I want you to try to replicate. I noticed you created new colors and the font looks generic. So can you try this? I would like you to look at index HTML and style CSS and incorporate them into the zone index page and the zone styles. Please note that the index pages have padding and there are existing form elements as well. Let's see if you can improve this. Okay, so then I'm just going to hit this little go button and it's planning next move. We'll just watch it so you can see what it actually does and what it looks like when it starts coding. So you can see it here. It's coming up with the pre-plan. Okay, and then it says to me, I'll update the zone styling to match the existing GolfBPM app look and feel. Let me incorporate the colors, fonts, elements, spacing, blah, 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 blah. So here it goes. So it's actually doing this now. And I think if we open this file, so that's what it looks like when it makes changes. And what it'll ask me to do is I can go through and I can just keep or I can reject these. In this case, I'll just keep them because I'm just going to open the file and see what it looks like. But when I'm doing like actual coding for JavaScript and changes and things like that, I'll actually go in and read the code and figure out what it's doing because you got to watch this thing. Sometimes it goes a little crazy. So part of vibe coding is keeping this thing within the guardrails. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Live reaction video, the moment of truth. Okay, we need to go inspect. Oh yeah, dude. So it matched the background color, right? The green looks correct. I'm not sure about that button. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Look at the outline, like the little green outline. It's the same green outline that's on that. The font looks like it matches, maybe. Oh, dude, this looks great. Let's start the heat check. Okay, there's a weird outline there, but we'll take care. Wow, this is good. So it matched the heading. You can see there's a little spacing issue there. This is good. That cancel button, we'll need to work on that. I don't like that red. But wow, this is good. So that took, this video will get rid of the sound in it, but that took about 12 minutes from when I started the thing to this. So this is really nice. I'm excited to see what this homepage looks like. So now we'll get to the homepage. I mean, so this is the quiz page. Okay. So there's my results. We're going to save the reading and let's see what the homepage looks like. Yes, remind me. Okay. This is the homepage for the zone based on the homepage that is existing with GolfBPM. I think if we add some images and just clean this up a little bit, like get rid of these icons or replace them with some better stuff, this is pretty darn good. Let's tap to set a goal. Okay, so The form fields need some work, but this is pretty darn good. I'm digging this. Wow. Let's look at what the video pages look like. Okay, that'll be the video player. That's what it'll look like. It's just a holder for now. And then, oh yeah, this looks great. This looks really good. Let's see what the history is. The heat check is the heat check. Yeah, ready for a reading. I mean, again, 11 minutes probably to code the whole thing. And this uses local storage, by the way, so you can't click this and it'll remember what you did. We'll have to actually code it to save to the database. But 11 minutes to do from my original prompt what I wanted it to do. The styling looked like bad, so then I asked it to restyle it based on our existing styling. And I mean, it pretty much nailed it. Like you can see when you click these buttons below, like the history button, how it highlights. It's the same highlight color as the stations here. That, like your overall score and everything, well, I mean, this can all be improved, but I mean, again, you're looking at less than a half hour to do all of this. Wow. Like, comment, subscribe.